So right when I opened up the Airpods Max, I was impressed with its build quality. These things are made out of steel and aluminum, and the metal is cold to the touch and feels very nice. The cups themselves are this weird HomePod kind of fabric, which I thought I'd hate, but due to its airiness, it makes the headphones feel a lot more comfortable. Now the top band isn't rubber, plastic, or leather. It's very much like an office chair. I mean, honestly, the whole headphones are pretty much the equivalent of a very nice office chair for your head, versus leather and plastic on other headphones. Which, honestly, the office chair-like design is a good choice. These are heavy, but since of all the cloth and fabric it uses, these feel very light in my head. They're very spacious with the design. On top of that, the comfort overall is very good. I won't make direct comparisons to Sony and Bose, that's for another video, but I was astonished on how well they did the comfort here, and the design choice of making the ear cups very spacious inside, very much like Bose, was a great choice. Now make no mistake, the build quality on these are really good. The buttons and controls are phenomenal, even though the crown is stolen from an Apple Series watch. But besides that, the controls are dead on, and they feel very satisfying to use. The crown itself is your play, pause, and also volume control, with the other button being noise cancelling on or ambient mode on, or noise cancelling on or off depending on how you look at it. That build quality though, and the fact that it's made by Apple, means these are very expensive. I have no doubt that you've already heard that they're $550. And make no mistake, for $550, the price is a bit ungodly. Only, well, kinda. A lot of headphones since competitors like Sony and Bose, and a direct comparison will be a different video, are $350 to $400, and Sennheiser and Bang & Olufsen do also make headphones around the same price as Apple that are wireless noise cancelling headphones. So it's not necessarily super overpriced. It's just that for how mainstream they are, these are the most expensive option that most people will ever see. Now my emphasis of this review is Windows and Android use. Now you may think for $550, no one that doesn't have an iPhone is going to have these headphones. And that may be true. I mean, most people that have an iPhone though may actually have a Windows laptop or a desktop they use at home. So technically they probably already do. And using it with Windows and Android is just a normal pair of headphones, right? Kinda. A lot of the features are gone. The most notable feature that's missing from using this on your Android phone or Windows laptop is that when you take off the headphones, there is no play and pause. These sensors that you have inside are pretty much useless. They just sit there and do nothing, even though they're right there and they can be used at any time. Now there's also other features like from Dolby that enhance your audio experience on movies and stuff like that you don't get either, but that's not that big of a deal. The biggest thing I wanted to see is how do they work? How's the use case? Are they actually usable? Do they have connection issues? What's the deal? Because personally, I've used AirPods on Android devices. I actually even had AirPods before I had an iPhone back in the day. So I know from personal experience that Android use and connection isn't usually that great. These are pleasantly an exception. I mean, besides some missing features, these work perfectly fine. The play pause, the skip a track, play a track, the noise cancelling on and off, the volume control, all of it works great. The connection itself, going room to room or walking around, has been a non-issue for me. These work really well with Android and Windows. The biggest thing I wish they worked better with was switching between devices, as these become a lot more dumb, and for the price that they shouldn't be that dumb. These should be a lot better for Windows and Android, but for all the basic fundamental stuff, these have no issues, which I honestly did not expect to happen. One thing that I didn't expect to happen for sure though is this case. This case is stupid. I hate it. I hate it very much. You basically walk around with this like a purse. And if you put this in your bag, and you don't want to put this in a bag, you'd be crazy to, because your headband is the most vulnerable component in my opinion. And honestly, just even having a cat around or some keys will pretty much ruin these headphones. And despite Apple's decisions to do some forward-thinking things like making the cups magnetic, which I do appreciate because you can change out these cloth pads when they get dirty with newer ones or maybe aftermarket leather ones. It does mean that the top band, which is cloth, is gonna have the same wear and tear issue, and I'm not even thinking about cleaning the top headband, which I think will be very hard to do, if not impossible, but I'm just worried about it losing its structural integrity and end up not being a good headband, and therefore these are pretty much totaled like a year in from now. To give it the benefit of the doubt though, a lot of office chairs tend to have their backs to work for years, at least good quality ones, and I'm expecting these to do the same. But I would really recommend not to get the white ones like I did. I'd recommend something like a black color where the dirtiness of your head and your hair won't show up over time. Now, one of the most impressive things about these is the sound. Now, the noise canceling is great. I think it's phenomenal and one of the best in class. The sound itself, though, is pretty darn good. So they're not crazy audiophile level grade. You're gonna be very disappointed if you're wanting that. The highs are pleasantly good though. I think they're very much like an open back Sennheiser headphones where they emphasize the highs so well that on a lot of videos you can hear background noises and sharp little tings and pings and air conditioning and unit stuff like that pretty darn well, which for me is a pretty good sign of a pair of headphones. When it comes to the bass though, it's kind of like the AirPods. Now, the normal AirPods distort at low volumes and they rattle. It's not good. These don't do that. I'm saying that they have a bit of a deep hum and a slight punch, more than Sennheiser and Bose in my opinion, or recent experience. So I think for just listening to music, these will be pleasantly nice, and I think you'd be overall happy with them. If you're expected to be blown away and have some sort of theater experience, you're not gonna get that. You're just gonna get a very nicely tuned pair of headphones which sound about what you kind of expect them to. At least a pair that you would expect to cost $300-400. Maybe not $550, but that's a different point for a different time. So overall, I was actually pleasantly surprised by these. I didn't expect them to sound as good as they did. I didn't expect the noise canceling to be as good as they are. And honestly, I thought it'd be a complete shit show when it came to working on Android and Windows, which admittedly it isn't. Although it should be better, make no mistake. All those features that Apple has should be on Android and Windows as well for $550. But if you can get these at a good price, good deal, or hey, you just like them, who cares about the price? Then I recommend these. These are actually a surprisingly good pair of headphones. And for its price, they better be. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Please like it if you liked it and subscribe if you loved it. Go ahead and ask questions down below if you have any more, and I do expect to have another video featuring these quite soon. See you later.